Hello! In this library tutorial, we'll show you how to look for scholarly articles for your addiction studies assignment where you have to find different therapeutic approaches, a scholarly article. We're going to start by going to our library guide because this is the best place to start to search. It's where I've pulled together resources like databases that are going to be helpful for this topic area, as well as resources to provide you assistance should you need help. The library guide can be found at libguides.spokanefalls.edu/addiction studies. The databases listed at the top are going to be the most helpful for searching. I would recommend starting with Academic Search Complete and PsycArticles. You are going to be required to log into the database. To do so, your username is going to be your school email listed here. So, an example we have here is your first name, the first letter of your last name, the last 4 digits of your student ID number at bigfoot.spokane.edu. Your password will default to your student ID number. If you have questions about logging in, please feel free to click this link. It'll give you the phone number to the library research desk, and we're going to be available when library hours are open. If you have issues resetting your password, only IT can do that. And we have a number for them listed in our video on how to reset your password and also how to get assistance in case you can't get in. So please see that video. Let's say your project, the one of the therapeutic approaches you selected, was Gestalt. You're going to want to use only keywords when researching in the database, which means we're not going to type in full sentences saying that we're looking for Gestalt therapy and how it's been used in addiction studies. We're going to keep to the main ideas or the keywords of that thought. So in this instance, we could start with just Gestalt and then addiction. You want to click the full text button and the scholarly article button. That means you only get articles that you can read in full and that are done from a research scholarly perspective. When we hit the search button, we can see here that I have 10 results, which are a few but not a ton. So definitely make sure you look through your results, see if anything looks interesting. But you're going to want to click on an article that might sound familiar, might sound close to what it is you're looking at, and look at the subject terms to see if there's things that might be helpful to add to your search terms. The thing you want to keep in mind about the database is that it's very finicky and it won't look for variations of things. So I might want to try to search for Gestalt therapy, Gestalt psychology, and use these different search terms and see if I get different results. I might also want to try something like substance abuse and see what type of results I get from there. As I'm searching, I want to keep in mind too that it's good to put quotes around terms that have more than one word. That way it tells the database to look for it as a phrase rather than finding substance in one area and abuse in another. So you can see I have about the same results, but sometimes that can change it significantly. You want to also keep in mind that it takes a while to search in the database. Sometimes you have to try a number of different keywords to find what you're really looking for. In this instance, let's say this article looks helpful for me. You want to look to the left-hand side to be able to get the PDF, the full text of the article. If I click here, it will download the article for me. If I look to the right-hand side, you'll be able to email it to yourself, create the citation for your project if you need it. All you have to do is hit the Cite button and then copy and paste the correct citation style. Double check them. Sometimes they have little issues with them. Or you can save a permalink and email it to yourself, send it to yourself so you can always get back to the article. It's important to note that Academic Search Complete is not the only place to search. PsycArticles is a great place, as well as Google Scholar. And I'd caution you from using all the examples seen in this video today, just because I think your instructor would notice if everyone was handing in the exact same articles from the video. As you search, you might come across articles where you think it looks helpful, but you don't know how to get access to it if you're not finding it in something like the database, but in Google Scholar. If you scroll down at the bottom of the library page, you'll find a section to search for Google Scholar. Here you can find things on Google that are only scholarly or from a research perspective. Also keep in mind when you're creating your keywords that you're going to want to try broad and narrow keywords. So I might try Gestalt therapy and substance abuse and mental illness, or I might just try Gestalt and bipolar disorder, or I could try Gestalt and addiction. You want to try all different terms. So in this example, let's try Gestalt and bipolar. Helps if we spell it correctly. So we can see here that there are a number of articles that we have access to. If I click on the link to the right-hand side, this will take me directly to an article. And that means that you can read it right off the page here, download it, save it for yourself. But let's say you find an article that you think looks just perfect, but you're not really able to get access to it. Let's say, for instance, this article here is something I'd like to look into, but I don't see a link to the right-hand side. If you click on the link here, it will ask you to pay for it. So what you need to do instead is fill out an interlibrary loan form. And what that does is it asks the library to find the article for you somewhere for free and email it to you. And this can take 1 day to 3, I say, is about average. To fill out that form, I'm going to need information about the article. So you want to go down to where it says cite, and then write down the information here about the article. Doesn't matter which citation type. You want to make sure that you have the author's name, the title of the article, title of the journal, and volume, issue number, page numbers. All this information is going to be what we need. Once you've written down that information, you're going to go back to the library guide and click on Interlibrary Loan. From here, you're going to be asked to log in again, same information to log into the database, your school email, and then you're going to be asked if you want an article or a book, and then fill in some information about the article. To start, you're going to fill in some information about yourself, including your ID, your address, and you want to make sure the email you list here, which does not have to be a school email, is one that you check so you can get access to the article. From here, I'm going to scroll down and fill in all that information from the citation as fully as I can. And if you want, you can even cut and paste the citation here just to make sure you have all that information, but definitely fill it all in. Once you've submitted your ILL, you should hear back from us in a number of days with a link to the article that you can access for free. If you have any questions while doing your research, be sure to check this library guide, which gives you more information about searching Academic Search Complete, including a handout you can keep for helpful tips, as well as a video on psych articles and a handout for that as well, which could be particularly helpful for you. If you have any questions, you can call the research desk at 509-533-3834 or email us at sfcc.refdesk@sfcc.spokane.edu. Thank you and good luck.